Now, you temporarily quit your job this year, back in March, as a town planner, to talk about hair, natural hair. Why?
Because you know what I found? When I went natural 3 years ago, there was no information on how I do this, right? So I tried trial and error, you know what I mean? So I started washing my hair. I posted a video on Instagram where I was washing my hair, and I had about 3,000 followers then, but I got about 10,000 views in an hour.
Just to watch you washing your hair?
Just to watch me washing my hair, like low porosity shampoo. I was mentioning products, where they find them. And then I was like, wow, there actually is a gap. People don't know how to take care of their hair. I'm not a professional. I wasn't saying I 100% know how to do this. I was saying I'm trying it out. Let's see how it goes. And I got a large amount of like black women following me because of that. So now I've got about 70,000 followers, as you said, just because people want to see the journey. And sometimes they choose to follow the journey by themselves as well, to go natural as well. Some of them are just watching because they're still wearing their weave. Some of them have natural hair under their weave. Some of them still relax. But it's also still interesting to watch someone going through that journey.
So what's the feedback you've received? I mean, like you say, you're not a hairdresser, you're not a hair expert as such. So you're obviously communicating with these followers, you're hearing their stories. Why would somebody want to look away? And we said it, we used the word oppressive in our intro. In our intro, the way one's oppressor would have wanted one to look over 20 years ago. Why not just be who you are? What is the dilemma there for most women?
For me, I think the problem is the lack of choice. So I've been relaxing my hair since I was 6 or maybe 5, right? So I've never actually...
Was that you didn't have a choice? So
I didn't have a choice.
So your mom made you?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't even make me. She took me and she did it. It wasn't... She didn't force me. I just was like...
It was just a way of life. It was just what happened.
It's like when I started eating solids at 6 months. It was just like natural progression. And for me, when I look back, it was so... I had great relaxed hair. I didn't have ugly hair. But for me, there was something always wrong or like not right, or... in the sense that it was so much work. My hair never looked the way that it was advertised to look. So my hair was always supposed to be straight. But I'd relax today, in a week, my hair's already frizzing. I couldn't swim.
It just looks like it's so much work, so much maintenance, and painful also.
I used to save up so much of my pocket money in university just to afford a 3,000 Rand weave. And even that weave, the upkeep, and the fact that I have to hide my hair underneath. So in 2014, I actually wanted to cut my hair, but I was too scared. Actually, even the weaves hide our features, so we don't really know what we actually look like. My cheeks and my nose.
Does it give you a different identity? That's very interesting, that point. I mean, if you're wearing, say, a sleek Chinese bob or whatever.
Yes. You do look
you
different.
not feel like yourself? Do you feel like did you feel like a fraud?
I used to feel really beautiful. Like I'd walk out of the salon and be like, wow, I look so great. But now it's just a hairstyle. It's not better than my natural hair. I don't really wear weaves anymore. I think the last time I wore a weave was January. But the last time I wore it, I was still like, okay, I'm choosing to put on this hairstyle. Because sometimes I want to wear this, sometimes I want to wear a black dress. So now I can dress up my hair differently. But it's not the best alternative. It's not the only choice that I now have. Now I've got what I have naturally that I know how to take care of now, and then I can dress it up every now and again how I want.
Is it a lot of work though still to take care of natural hair?
I think the learning process is a lot. Understanding that water hydrates your hair, understanding that your hair needs water almost every day. I think once you've learned the methods, so the fact that you need liquid, oil and cream to lock in the moisture, and the only moisturizer is water, and you start practicing it. I think after like about 3 to 6 months.
I mean, even we have to coconut oil our hair every couple of, it depends on the season. It just depends on.
But we didn't know that. We didn't know that information. When I grew up, I wasn't allowed to touch water with my hair. I'd go 2 months without washing my hair because no water is going to shrink. But actually, my hair grows in coils, so it being shrunken is beautiful.
So what's your message to? I mean, you've obviously, you've got quite a following, as we said, and you're getting all the messages out there. You're communicating with those that believe in it and those that don't. What is your final message to black women out there about natural hair? So
for me, I'd never actively go and try to convince people to go natural. I'll just tell my story and make people understand that they have a choice. You don't have to spend all that money on weaves. It's not even about the money only. You don't have to wear a weave to look beautiful. You can actually learn how to take care of your natural hair, and it's beautiful as it is. People need to talk about it more. People need to show their processes more, because there is no information on TV. You won't see an ad with a person like me with my hair. I hardly ever see that. And the times that I do see it, it's wigs, because they're trying to reach that new market now, but it's not authentic. You know what I mean? Even in movies where they'll say this is natural hair, they still have a weave on acting like it's natural hair.
I think it's absolutely